What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Widebody Nation. AirTags are a super useful tool as far as finding whatever you guys lose the most, keys, wallet, phone, really whatever. But thieves also use these to track your car because the AirTag network is based off of iPhone users. And, with about half of Americans having iPhones, it's basically a self-populated network. They don't need internet connection. They don't need anything like that. They just need your iPhone or your neighbor's iPhone or someone walking their dog's iPhone. So that being said, not only am I recommending you guys be careful for these AirTags being put on your Charger, Challenger, Durango, TRX, etc., Corvette, whatever it may be, but you can also put these in your car to combat that exact same problem. So to increase your security for your own car while also being aware that thieves can use these as well to go ahead and track your car so they can steal it in maybe a more safe or opportune environment. Because let's be real, some public areas are really good for theft and other public areas are not. Whereas at home, especially if you're not parking your car inside or in a gated community or whatever it is, that might be a much better, safer area for thieves to go ahead and at least try to steal your car. Whether they're successful or not, that is up to you guys, really. So with that being said, go ahead, hit that subscribe button for your theft prevention needs, wants, desires, concerns. Comment below if you guys use AirTags either for, normal stuff around the house or if you actually use it in your car. I'm going to be putting 2 of these AirTags in my 2022 Jailbreak here, Jailbreak Charger. And then we're going to be going over some of the other theft prevention measures that we currently have here as well. This video is, as always, sponsored by Destroyer1320.com. Use code WBN. That is going to get you 20% off of our theft deterrent system, TDS cover, which is actually right here. I'm going to be switching it out today because I had a prototype. One of the main reasons we got this car is actually to make sure the 2022s fit. And as you guys know, this is where the neutral strap normally is, and we have a thick gauge steel plate here that prevents people from jumping in here, pulling that up, and then your $30,000, your $20,000, your motor is in neutral, whatever it may be. And I say that as far as the cost of the motor because a lot of people steal these cars and they part them out. Obviously, these cars are $50, $60, $80, $90, $100,000 cars, but the motor itself, like a Redeye motor, is between 20 and 30 grand, whether you get it new or used. So that's why I'm just quoting the motor as far as that goes. So this was a prototype. So if you see this little surface corrosion right here, that is just because it was an unpainted prototype. We were, sizing it up perfectly for you guys. And I'm actually going to be installing the painted version tonight in a separate video. So as far as AirTags go, we're going to talk about these AirTags, what you can do to prevent them from being your downfall as far as getting your car stolen, but also what you might want to think about as far as placing them in your vehicle somewhere to go ahead and maximize the fact that these are, 20, 25 bucks a piece, and you can basically have a tracking system sponsored by Apple for no cost on a monthly basis, which every other tracking system pretty much costs money on a monthly basis. Now, quick note for our current security setup. You guys see this cord right here. We are currently running a extension for our car lock right here. I have it out because I have not put it behind the dashboard yet. We are also running the Mopar EVTS. That is the electronic vehicle tracking system. Again, I have these because I have not put it behind the dash yet, but obviously it is quite a system here. This is the Mopar EVTS, and then this is the car lock right here. We do not have wheel locks currently, but those are on the way. These are tinted windows. They are 20%, which I recommend anything 35% and under to go ahead and increase the opacity of the windows or the lack thereof No, I would say it is the opacity. The transparency you want to get down so they can't see what's going on inside your car. Because they saw this, that would give them an idea, and that's why I'm going to be hiding it. So, and then lastly, obviously, we have our Destroyer 1320 theft deterrent strap or system cover that covers the neutral strap, which is how they steal, I would say, about half the cars right now. As far as the air tag, not the AirPods go, I would recommend having two, because if they can find one, they'll think they're good to go, and the other one will still be in there. So maybe hiding one, whether it's in an obvious location like in here, up there, in there, in there, somewhere where there's an obvious one, and then somewhere where there's a very, very tough one, like actually embedding it in the lining, in the sunroof area, somewhere where you actually embed it, where it is a pain in the butt to go ahead and find, maybe in the trunk somewhere under the battery, or some crazy place that is hard to find. Now, remember, when you have an an Air Tag, when you have one of these, it's going to tell you when you're leaving the vehicle. So you're going to get a lot of notifications when you leave something, unless you turn those off. But one of the things that you guys have to keep in mind is if someone puts one of these on your vehicle, you may get a notification, like a new notification, that there's a new AirTag on the vehicle. So that is a red flag for all y'all that maybe you just come out of the YMCA, you come out of Kroger, Whole Foods, the club, whatever it is, you come out, you get in your car, and then all of a sudden you get a notification, or maybe even back from the dealership, like if you put your car in for service, maybe you get a notification that there is an AirTag in your vicinity. I mean, the first time you get the notification, I would just kind of like remember it. But if it stays in your vicinity, it is in your best bet to go ahead and try to find where that AirTag is, especially if you didn't put it there, because that is very well a thief putting one of these surreptitiously, probably on the outside of your car somewhere, because hopefully they didn't get access to the inside of your car. But if you're getting a notification about an AirTag being in your vicinity and you're in your Mopar or whatever car we're talking about here, that is a big red flag that you need to check out. And you need to find that AirTag using your iPhone. Or if you don't have an iPhone, there are multiple apps to find these things if you have an Android of any type. Basically a non-iPhone of any type. You just need to get a Bluetooth detection device so you can go ahead and identify these and go ahead and find them, so that you're not a victim of possibly the cheapest theft out there, which is AirTag theft, because that's, these things cost $20-25 and they can track exactly where they want to. They can basically just track you in general. But that is my warning to you guys. I hope that you take this thing seriously. Make sure you stay aware. If you have a nice car, whether it's Charger, Challenger, SRT this, RT that, Corvette this, BMW that, these are getting more creative out there these days, and we're working on it, especially for specific cars, trying to make these cars much less easy to steal, so that it becomes more of a normal, like low-level theft problem rather than rampant theft. I mean, these cars here, they are stolen so often. The amount of videos that are online of these cars getting stolen is out of control. So whether you're protecting yourself from AirTags getting thrown on your car, whether they're stealing your wheels, you got to get your locking lug nuts, whether you want a GPS tracker from Dodge, from Mopar, whether you want it from CarLock, whether you want it from a different company, like we're going to be using the Taser potentially from a company that reached out to me, and they actually came out with a PIN code system, which is a very sought after system. I have a couple of questions for them, but we as Mopar enthusiasts, as theft deterrent, I'm not going to call us specialists. We just lost our light here. I'll go ahead and turn it on for you guys, because we'll talk about valet mode for a second. But we obviously sell some products, but we do not recommend only using our one product, because there's 3 or 4 main vulnerabilities for this vehicle. So you're going to want to protect yourself with 3 to 5 different products. And so one last thing I would say to close the video out is, if you don't already put your car in valet mode every time you park it, I would highly recommend it. So obviously all you gotta do to undo valet mode is boom, you're good to go. But if you want to put it in valet mode, it's not that hard. You just press the SRT button. See, I pressed that there. You go to drive modes, you go to valet, and then all you gotta do is boom, 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 and set it. And that is it right there. So, you know, now the car has like all of 2.5 horsepower and 20 foot-pounds of torque or whatever it is. So that is an easy way. I mean, again, not foolproof, not foolproof, not foolproof, not foolproof. Like, you gotta have tint, wheel locks, use valet mode, get your Destroyer 1320 theft deterrent system, neutral cover, steel strap right here, use some air tags, get at least one GPS tracker, and then the pin code system is what we're going to be using next, which is a system that allows you to go ahead and do the beep boop bop boops, and that is actually how you start the system. Now, that is going to tie into the key programming, which is in the glove box right here. Under the glove box, there's a connector that is also a vulnerability. So we're going to go ahead and talk to you guys about that very, very soon. But with that being said, this video has gone on long enough. Look forward to the next few videos. I'm going to be doing a couple of videos on the neutral strap steel plate that we have from Destroyer1320.com, and we're going to be getting into the key cloning and the star connector vulnerability that is over here in the glove box, or under the glove box, I should say. But make sure you guys are using the valet mode. Stay safe out there, and I will see you guys for the next video.